months since the situation caused by Mitch. Now that he was on his home railroad, everyone was feeling less frustrated and stressed. Regardless, freight trains were once again getting longer than usual, so extra help would be needed for a few weeks. Thankfully, the visitor wouldn't be anything like Mitch, but little did everyone know that things might be a little strange. Mr. Red was patiently waiting for the visitor. It didn't take him long to get there. He arrived by 10 a.m.
Ah, Lance! Welcome to the Green Railroad. I'm so glad you're going to assist us for the next few weeks. Hope your journey was hassle-free.
Glad to be here, sir. The journey was, average.
Average? What do you mean by that?
Now, don't get me wrong, it was going pretty good. Oh, that is until I hit Allentown. Some random Jeep started to insult me, mainly because he's Benzie and I'm, well, New York Central. But other than that, it was a smooth ride. What matters is I'm here and there are no Penzie locomotives.
Well, actually...
Oh, you got a Penzie locomotive working here.
Not one, 3.
You're kidding me. 3?
I understand why you're nervous. It's...
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say, sir. And I just want to tell you now, I don't hold grudges. When someone goes up and spazzes out at me, it really puts me on edge, you know?
Don't worry, Lance. Aaron, Chester, and Mark aren't hateful. And you'll have an easy time getting along with one another.
I highly doubt it.
It wouldn't be an easy time for Lance. Although he wanted to believe in Mr. Red, he couldn't shake the feeling inside of him.
Dealing with one Penzie loco is bad enough. But 3? I'd rather work for Penn Central than suffer the wrath of the Penzie. Just like that Jeep. Just keep it together, Lance. It's only gonna be for a few weeks. You got this.
Hey,
Yeah! Hey, don't do that!
sorry. Didn't know that you're jumpy.
Hey, school brother. I'm Lance.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Joe.
Hey, likewise. And boy, am I glad you aren't from the Penzie.
What are you... Oh, wait. I know why you're jumpy. Is it because of the Pennsylvania Railroad and New York Central rivalry?
Bingo. The only thing I worry about is getting harassed again. Believe me, brother, I have been through a lot, and I don't want to go through it again.
Trust me, you won't be.
Hey, you can never be too careful. It may seem nice and welcoming when your manager's around, but once he turns his back, boom! They start spazzing out at me. Or worse, damage me beyond repair, pushing me off the tracks, or maybe off a cliff.
Okay, 1, we don't have a cliff. 2, I want to point out that Aaron, Chester, and Mark have never been aggressive. Granted, there have been times they lose their cool, but things always work out in the end. It would be great if you would spend time getting to know them.
Brother, I am not gonna risk it. I'll just stay clear of them. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do right about now.
Was that the new visitor?
Oh, well, about that...
Oh, I don't blame him. Both the Pennsylvania and New York Central locomotives were really hostile to one another back in the day. It's a shame, really. Some locomotives won't let go of the past.
It's a sad world we live in.
Maybe I should go and try to reason with him.
Give it some time, Aaron. He's bound to calm down sooner or later.
I hope so. He can't possibly act like this for the next few weeks.
That's it. Keep moving. I'm not here. Okay, so far that's 2 out of 3 Penzi logos I've seen. Now where's the third one? Well, that answers my question. This is gonna be a nightmare. I can't hide here forever. Though, as long as those locomotives don't see me, I'm safe.
Albert, have you seen Lance?
Who?
Lance. He's an alcohol PA from the New York Central. Mr. Red brought him here to help with the workload.
Can't say I have. I've been in Harrisburg all afternoon, so I didn't get a chance to meet him.
Thanks anyway. I'll find him, one way or another.
That ain't good. He's determined to find me. I shouldn't go back to the roundhouse. No doubt he'll be waiting for me there. I gotta find somewhere else to rest for the night. This'll do. Even though there's no one to talk to, I'm better off alone. I can't imagine what everyone would say to me, or worse, do to me.
Wake up!
What's happening? You!
Yes. It took several hours, but I finally found you, intruder.
Intruder? But I was brought here to...
I don't care. New York Central is a disgrace to all Eastern American railroads. Every single locomotive is a total failure.
And Joe said you weren't hostile at all.
Oh yeah, he lied.
But wait, when did that get here? I don't remember seeing that.
Oh, Lance. There's a lot you don't know about this road, and now you're in a handful of trouble. Well, I had no choice but to leave you to your crushing demise.
No! Shut it off! Shut it off!
Lance!
I live! Oh, it's you, sir. Hi.
Yes, you had me worried. Why didn't you go to the roundhouse?
I don't want to talk about it.
It would be better if you went to the roundhouse next time.
It's fine, sir. I'll find somewhere else to sleep.
Lance's nightmare plagued on him throughout the day. It affected his mental state and caused some problems for the railroad as a result.
Hey, what gives?
Yeah! Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all right. It just took me off guard. Wait a minute. Are you Lance?
Yeah, you heard of me?
Yes. Aaron wants to talk to you about something.
Aaron, who the heck is... Oh, Aaron. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I saw him earlier today. Everything's cleared up now, but thanks for telling me anyways.
What the? How did that happen?
I did that. It won't happen again. I promise.
Oh, no biggie. I'll just get the crane.
Say, dumb question, but do you guys have a giant crane with a claw on this railroad?
No, of course not. Why would you think that?
Just curious.
Either you're curious or just loony.
Albert!
Oh, where'd he go now? He couldn't have vanished into thin air.
Who are you trying to find?
It's the visitor that arrived yesterday, Lance.
Lance, huh? Tell you what, if anyone does not seem familiar to me, I'll keep an eye out. That way, I know it's him. I'll inform you if and when I see him.
Hopefully we'll find him soon. This is getting tedious.
Time ticked by. No matter how Aaron and Chester tried, they couldn't seem to find Lance.
Ugh, this search is becoming fruitless.
I'm not going to throw in the towel. We'll find him.
Oh, what am I gonna do? Now I have 2 Penzi locals looking for me. I bet that Mark will join in the hunt soon. How can it get any?
Aha! I found you!
Yeah, don't hurt me!
I managed to find him, but only for a few seconds. He got away, claiming I was gonna hurt him.
Well, I don't blame him. He's afraid of us. He needs to know that we won't hurt him.
You're right. Sooner or later, we'll find him and he'll have to listen to us. Even if he doesn't want to. The hard part is for him to trust us.
We gotta be patient with him. Even though it will take some time, it will work out in the end.
Lance was very tense. Knowing that Aaron and Chester were on their way, he decided to pretend to be asleep to avoid conversations with them. But that plan backfired when he fell asleep.
5 p.m. and he's sound asleep. He's quite strange, isn't he?
Not strange, just paranoid.
Man, his fear is really taking a toll on him.
He had a nightmare, and I don't want to get into the details.
Dang. Well, Chester and I will find a way to talk to Lance. Hopefully.
Lance's mental state did not improve the next day. With every horn and whistle he heard, he got more and more skittish, and because of that, he wasn't keeping a good lookout.
Oh, not again!
Oh, great. Aaron is going to be 10 minutes late because of this mess.
Wait, that was his train? Okay, listen. I was never here, and this never happened, okay? Okay.
Lance, you've got to understand. Aaron is very kind, and this is getting out of hand. Surely if you have a talk with him, things will be good.
You forgot the part when he shouts profanities at me and bends my frame out of shape. So no, that ain't happening.
Albert, what happened here?
Lance happened. He thinks that you'll bend his frame out of shape. That was his words, not mine.
This is getting out of hand. It looks like there's no end to this, but I'm not a quitter. I'm putting an end to this. May I be of assistance?
Okay, the coast is clear. Uh-oh, trouble.
Oh, no you don't.
Nice try, Penzi. It's gonna take more than that to outspot. Ow.
Don't worry, guys. I got him.
Shoot. I forgot about him.
At last, we meet face to face.
All right, let's get this over with. Just make it quick and painless.
Listen, we're going to have a civilized talk. That's all.
A civilized talk? And how can I trust you?
You're looking at one of the most trustworthy locomotives you've ever seen. It won't be long, just a few minutes of your time, it will be over soon enough.
Famous last words.
No. We have been trying to talk with you for several days, and all we want to say is, even though we are from different railroads, that doesn't mean we have to be rivals.
No, that's impossible. When I was in Allentown, this Jeep started to spaz out at me. It's like he wanted to wind me up. I just felt so frightened. He called me a trespasser, said that the New York Central was a disgrace to all railroads, and I should have been scrapped years ago.
Wait, this GP8, was he numbered 5764?
Yeah. You know him?
That's Bradley. I met him a couple of times. He's got big opinions and an even bigger ego. He's all bark, no bite, if you get what I mean. But I can understand how you feel. I can get that.
Oh, so all bark, no bite, eh? Yeah. Albert was right. You are kind.
I mean, I am, but there was a time when I got so angry. It was a huge mistake on my part.
What happened?
Well, back in the late 60s, I was asked to deliver some coal hoppers to Brookhaven in New York Central Territory. I was nervous, but orders were orders. When I arrived at Brookhaven, I was relieved that I didn't encounter any essential locomotives at first. However, my relief was short-lived. A New York Central GP30 arrived and immediately threw insults at me. Knowing that he wasn't worth my time, I started to head out. But what he said next was unforgivable. He said that he wished I would die in an explosion. That set me off, and I just lost it. In an instant, everything went from bad to worse. The news spread like wildfire, and soon reporters were swarming around me like bees. They kept asking me questions. It was unbearable. Other Pennsylvania locomotives told me that I did the right thing and I was labeled a hero. The New York Central locomotives thought otherwise, and I stood clear of them. The last thing I needed was to have another nasty encounter. Both of us were in the wrong that day. On one hand, I should have completely ignored the GP30, but on the other hand, it was his fault for provoking me. Things were no better after both railroads merged in 1968. I was lucky that Mr. Red bought me a short time later after the Penn Central bankruptcy.
Jesus, that was intense. Say, was the GP30 scrapped after the accident, or was he put back into service after a while in the shops?
That... I don't know. I haven't seen him since the accident.
Goes to show that not everyone can have a perfect life.
And what about you, Chester? Was your life perfect?
Not really. I was pulled from the railroad's roster in the late 40s. I pleaded to not get scrapped. I was spared luckily and placed in a park. It was no picnic. Sitting out in torrential downpours, cold blizzards, and the baking sun. But hey, it's better than being scrapped. All the same, I miss pulling trains. I was glad Mr. Red bought me, knowing it would be a while till I was in good working order. Parts had to be made and remade several times, and some of the test runs did not go as planned as they should have. It was a long and stressful experience. However, with some time and patience, I was ready to run again.
How about you, Mark? What's your story?
Well, I was built 2 years before Penn Central was formed. I never got into any arguments because I was sent to work on a dock side, far from any New York Central trackage. What I'm getting at is that we're one of the lucky ones. Everyone wants a second chance in life, but some things aren't meant to be.
Man, you went through a lot, Aaron. I mean, to have someone wish death on you is just horrible. Is there anyone in the world who would speak like that?
You'd be surprised how many people do talk like that.
Anyway, I didn't mean to cause so much stress and frustration.
It's alright, Lance. I'm just glad to clear things up.
So, are we good, brother?
Of course we are.
Lance had become a less stressed locomotive. He befriended all 3 Pennsy locomotives, and after a few days, he never felt happier. The weeks went by quickly, and it was time for Lance to return home.
I'm so glad to meet all of you. Well, even though we didn't get off to a good start.
It was good to see you too, Lance.
And remember, if you see Bradley...
Don't worry about him, brother. He's no longer my concern. Bye, everyone. I hope I can come back soon.
Take care, Lance. We hope to see you again.
Well, another day, another issue has been solved.
Everyone was glad another problem was solved. But the thing about problems is that once one problem has been solved, another one will slowly rise.